Hello Frugal Force, once again this is Captain Frugal. In this video I'm going to be talking about how the Supergirl show has become full-fledged social justice warrior. Alright, Frugal fans, first thing I do want to mention is I do enjoy the Supergirl program. So I do want to mention a couple positives before I talk about some of the negatives. So first of all, I will say the Supergirl has fun stories, and that's what I watch it for, is entertainment and fun. So that I do like. And I have to say it has a good supporting cast to it as well. Though I do have some little hits on that as well. Overall, they're entertaining. So overall, the show was fun, and I will say, the actress that plays Supergirl, I think she fits the part well. I know some people might find that she's been dumbed down a little bit, but I do find it, how do I say that? It's a little cute. It shows how she's powerful and cute, but a little bit naive as she's learning how to interact in the world. Alright, so with that said, the cons. First, I'm going to start with Jimmy Olsen. I have no issue with him because of his color, though granted he should have been a white guy. Actually, the characters playing him in the show is doing great. I think he's great. I love how he's now his own superhero, you know, in the program, which is another nod to the superhero Superman mythos, which is great as he is Gladiator. But the issue I have is he didn't really act anything like Jimmy Olsen did in the comic books. He should have just been a different character. He was really not needed for that to carry over. He makes a great character on his own, so that's one hit I have on that. So overall, as I said, I enjoy him, but he didn't need to be that. Now the next one I have is a very big one, and that's Supergirl's sister. Through the whole first season, they had this on and off, you know, hinting at a relationship with this wealthy, you know, antagonist, sort of, you know, and is having this working relationship that was interesting and how that dynamic was working. Then that season ended and they carried into the second season, and Superman came, and you could tell she was into Superman. You know, she mentioned, I think it was how he smelled and everything else. And okay, great. But then all of a sudden, on a turn of a dime, she was all of a sudden gay. And once again, I don't have anything against being a gay character. I have an issue on how it happened in there. It just didn't make sense. All of a sudden, boom, gay. So that didn't really, you know, it was clearly just thrown in there to make it happen. Maybe they could have done it more gradually and made it more acceptable, like been spurned by some guys and had something happen that made that transition, but it really happened just way too jarring and way too fast. It was thrown in there to be in there, and that was sad. Alright, now my next one, and this is probably the big one I have with it, is it has way too many political pop shots. Leave the social justice warrior mentality and these pop shots out of the program. It's making it hard to watch. I mean, with the president and everything, episodes with them, they made a big hit about her voting, Supergirl voting Democrat, and how she loves the president's stance on illegal immigration or on refugees and things like that. You know, these are a turbulent time, and this isn't really necessary. This was not necessary in the program, and if they did choose to do it, there's other ways they could take these political things in there and make them better. For example, the Arrow episode that had to deal with gun control. It was a little slanted, I will say, but it was nice where they had the characters have a disagreement, and you see why each one had a disagreement and their views on gun control. It was much more centered and giving both sides, where Supergirl is just constantly just punching you in the face with political pop shots. Now, that might be okay if you are a far-leaning leftist, but if you're a centrist or a person more, especially on the right, it can really get old. And I'm even okay with some of that here and there, but it's becoming a very big norm in the program where you can't have a single episode without some kind of SJW smack in the face. And that's just not right. And I think it's going to take away from the show. So I do hope that they start to learn from these things and maybe realize, you know, tone that stuff down some. All right, so that's my gripes about the social justice warrior push on Supergirl. Is there anything on Supergirl that you find really good, or things that you find that are actually hurting the program as well? If so, please feel free to leave them in the comments or even do a rebuttal video. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. So thank you again, and until next time, keep it frugal. I do appreciate you watching this video, and if you do want to help support me and Little Frugal, the best way to do that is to go ahead and join on VidMe. Go to my VidMe channel, as you see here. And the ways you can help me is two ways. One, you can leave a tip, or you can subscribe for just $1 a month. That's the best way to help support me. So once again, it's go to VidMe. If you're not already here, if you're using YouTube, go to VidMe. You can either tip and or subscribe. That would really help Little Frugal and I to continue to be able to do this and have this fun together. I would really appreciate that, and until next time, keep it frugal.